Amy Pittman with Pittman Law Office, and I have Penny Thayer here today to talk about reverse mortgages. We know a lot of our clients, especially the older ones, have questions on reverse mortgages. Is it right for them, especially as they decide if they're going to be able to stay home, in their home longer? So Penny, tell me about yourself.
I'm a licensed reverse mortgage consultant with Longbridge Financial, LLC, a top-rated reverse mortgage company. I've been in the mortgage industry and real estate industry for over 25 years, and I'm licensed in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. My license number is 216-6999.
And so I know there's a lot of misconceptions or myths that are out there regarding reverse mortgages, and not every lender or every realtor really understands how reverse mortgages work. So I'm going to ask just some questions, and obviously if you have other things you need to input, let me know. But does the bank or the lender take ownership of my home if I'm doing a reverse mortgage?
No. With a reverse mortgage, you continue to own your real estate just like you normally would if you had a forward mortgage. It's your home, you can sell it, you can leave it to your heirs, you can do whatever you want to do with it, just like if you had paid cash for your home and you owned it.
Okay. So if I have a reverse mortgage, do I pay the bank every month or every year? How does that happen if I'm taking a reverse mortgage?
There's no monthly required payments. You can choose to make payments if you want to. Some people do. Some people make interest-only payments. It just depends on their individual situations, but they never have to make another mortgage payment if they don't want to.
Okay. And then if I pass away, and let's say I have my 2 kids, are they going to be responsible? Or are they going to have to pay that loan?
No. The thing with, let me backtrack on that. They will have to pay that off by selling that house. If they want to keep the house, they'll refinance the house. If they're old enough to get a reverse mortgage themselves, they can do that and purchase the home outright that way. So there's ways that they can do it.
Just like any other mortgage.
Exactly.
They're going to have to cover it. If the house is sold, it's going to get paid off. If they want to keep it, they're going to have to figure out how to refi or get the mortgage in their name.
Exactly.
So to qualify for a reverse mortgage, do I need to be debt-free? Do I need to not have a current mortgage on my house?
No, not at all. You can have a mortgage. We'll pay off that mortgage. The way a reverse mortgage works is you get a portion of that equity, and it's based on your age and also principal limits at the time. So you may get 30% of your equity that's available to you. You may get 40%, you may get 50%. It just depends at the time what your age is and what principal limits are as to what you have available to you. So you do not.
Okay. And then is the reverse mortgage company just trying to sell my house from me or take my house from me?
No, not at all. In fact, that's the last thing we want. But you own the house just like you would any other way, and you can sell it or you can give it to your heirs however you want to. They just have to pay off the reverse mortgage if they have one.
The balance. Mm-hmm. And then if I decide, like you just said, if I'm wanting to sell it, it's just going to be I'm selling it like I would another house. At closing, that balance that I have taken from the lender is going to just be paid, and then I would receive any equity.
Correct.
So is there certain triggers or situations where you feel like reverse mortgage is a good candidate, or clients would be a good candidate for that? Is it based on the age or limited income? And why would they want a reverse mortgage?
They would want a reverse mortgage if they need to eliminate some debt and make some cash available to themselves. There's different ways that you can actually receive funds. So if let's say you had a paid off home and you just wanted to access that equity to have some money to stay in your home, maybe you've got a spouse that needs home care, and to pay for that home care you need some cash to do that. It's very expensive to do that, and so the way that people access those funds is they access the equity that they have into their home.
Okay.
And so that allows them to stay in their home longer, which is great because a lot of people these days, over 80% of the retirees, want to age in place.
Right, definitely agree. So if my lender, this is something I've heard, is if the lender changes, does the loan terms change? So if it gets bought out by another lender, what does that have to do with me?
It doesn't have anything to do with you, and the terms do not change.
So would there be any other recommendations to our clients if they're interested? And obviously we're going to put Penny's information in the YouTube channel description box as well, but is there anything else that you feel like people need to know about reverse mortgages?
It's simpler than I think a lot of people think it is. There's no real, like, the credit requires, you don't have to have a certain credit score. You do have to make sure your taxes and your insurances are paid on time, and they are before you get the mortgage. If they're not, there's other things that we can do, which I can get into on an individual basis, but taxes and insurance are the most important things, and you do need to, it has to be your primary home.
Okay.
You have to maintain it just like you would if you had a forward mortgage or no mortgage at all. You have to maintain it.
Right.
You have to make sure your taxes and insurance are paid and paid on time.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we hope that was helpful to you. Like I said, this is just some tips on reverse mortgages. If you want more information, definitely reach out to Penny. And like I said, we'll have her information on the YouTube channel. Thanks.
Thank you.